Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, Danon, will deliver a brief statement ahead of this morning's Security Council session. He will take your questions afterwards. Please remember to state your name and news outlet.
Good morning. We gather today at a historic moment for Israel and for our region. All of our living hostages are finally home. The remains of 15 of our fallen have been returned for burial, and Hamas, after years of defiance, has been forced to accept what it long rejected, to release our hostages and to disarm. This was not achieved by chance, but by a unique combination of our courage and our conviction. Yet, our struggle is not over. 13 of our fallen hostages remain in Hamas captivity. Tamir Adar, Saar Baruch, Itai Chen, Amiram Cooper, Oz Daniel, Manny Goddard, Adar Goldin, Ran Gvili, Asaf Hamami, Joshua Lutu Molel, Omer Nutra, Oron Shaul, and Ron Binyamin. We will not rest until every one of them is back home. While some members of this council will today speak of Gaza's future, the reality is that Hamas remains the true obstacle to peace. Its terror continues, not only against Israel, but against the people of Gaza and against peace itself. The reality in Gaza today is this: Hamas gunmen emerging from tunnels, turning their weapons on their own people, executing men. You saw the videos, like ISIS. Executing men, women, and children in public squares. No evidence, no trial, just terror. And from the UN, silence. No condemnation, no emergency session of the Security Council. That silence empowers Hamas. We must act now. Not with words, but with pressure, with resolve, with urgency. Disarmament is not a slogan. It requires action. Weapons must be surrendered, tunnels must be sealed, and rocket factories must be shut down. Before Gaza can be rebuilt, terror must be removed. Before peace can begin, Hamas must lay down its arms. The time for excuses is over. Hamas must disarm now. Thank you.
Ambassador, thank you for the briefing. The Trump administration this past week, Jared Kushner, said that the UN and Israel are cooperating strongly, as did the UN humanitarian agency, OCHA. Given that fact and what's moving forward with the peace deal, what do you think is the ICJ decision out of date, and what does it mean in terms of moving forward? Thank you. Pamela Paul from U.S. News.
Thank you, Pamela. You know, the ICJ decision was a shameful decision. It was a political document, not a legal document. We know how it started. We know how it will end. It will end when it will come to the General Assembly. But they chose to ignore the facts. Take, for example, UNRWA. UNRWA was infiltrated by Hamas for years, even before October 7th, and they ignored those facts. We have proved that UNRWA employees entered Israel and took part during October 7th massacre. The court chose to ignore those facts, and we will not work with agencies that are controlled by terrorists. Thank you.
Ambassador, trilogy with China Central Television, 2 questions. First, we heard a lot of the UN officials talking about no border crossings opening. Will Israel consider that, and what stops Israel from opening more border crossings so far? And secondly, we heard that the U.S. is strongly considering IDF presence during the reconstruction. What is the position from the Israeli government? Thank you.
Well, regarding the checkpoint, you know, we have an ongoing dialogue with our partners on the ground. If there will be a need, we can open more checkpoints. But usually the problem is not the checkpoint. The problem is, you know, you need the drivers and the routes, you know, in order to deliver aid into Gaza. Regarding your second, I'm not familiar with that. We have no intention to stay in Gaza permanently. And we welcome the involvement of international forces that will allow for law and order to be there. And also, we have to make sure that Hamas lay down their weapons. So we are now in parts of Gaza, and we hope that we will see soon international forces coming in and making sure that Hamas is disarming.
From IM Land News, my question is, Houthis are still operating there in the region and against Israel. What's your plan to defeat them?
Are you talking about whom?
Houthis.
The Houthis. Well, we said it very clear. We have nothing against Yemen. We have no conflict with Yemen, and unfortunately, this radical regime attacks Israel, and we will retaliate. And we have shown our capabilities. So we hope that they will understand that, we have no interest in any fight or conflict with the Houthis. But if they will continue to attack Israel, they will find the might of the IDF.
What's the plan to defeat them completely?
Well, I'm not going to technical, but we have the capability to get to any site in Yemen, and we proved it. We have the capability to find the leader of the Houthis, and we proved it. So we will continue to take actions if we will have to do that.
Are you coordinating with any of the countries around there to defeat them for you?
We speak with many countries in the region, and we have to understand that the Houthis is not a threat only to Israel. You should see what's happening in Egypt in terms of the loss of income to from the Suez Canal, and for the entire world, because we all pay more now for commodities because of their illegal actions. Thank you very much. Yes, one last one.
Ambassador, who do you think should be leading the international mobilization force, and do you think they should be disarming Hamas?
Well, now it's being discussed about the involvement of countries in this force. I think it should be a combination of countries from the region, moderate countries from the region, and other international forces. And for sure, they will have to take part in the disarmament and the inspection. It will be a long process, but we have to start it as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.